It's a fairly big house, 3,000 square feet. I'll start with you, Anna. What would you like to say about their exteriors?
It's a contemporary house. The first thing that I was attracted to was a curvy driveway. Even if it's a small plot, they've tried to have a small round garden in the middle and then driveway on both sides of it. A thing I wasn't too happy about was a car porch that was like really different from the whole style of the house. Everything else was straight lines, and here you have a curved roof suddenly. But still the greenery kind of pulls everything together. It's more of the white and the grey. Most of the modern houses stick to that. They have used a lot of cladding stones on the wall. And they have a small sit out. There's a lot of privacy if you are using that sit out, like it's really set inside. The sit out is not right in the beginning. I noticed one of the terrace space, they've covered it using polycarbonate sheet, and they have put a fan there. This looks like a later addition, but the fan seems to be hanging from nowhere. You know, you kind of your eyes go to that point at when you look at it from outside. Otherwise, it's a simple, neat house. No confusions, nothing.
Arun, what would you like to add?
It's a very simple looking house. They've tried a contemporary approach to the exteriors. Like what she was saying, the driveway is interesting with the small area that they have. It kind of curves and enters into a second porch, and the porch in the front actually blocks the whole thing. I wonder if that was absolutely necessary to be there. It could have been at this point, so that you get a large open space in the front. But still, they have managed to get a lot of landscape. A lot of shrubbery is there, a little bit of lawn is there, and the house doesn't look very imposing onto a landscape. It kind of stays flat, with the whole frontage kind of left open. So something that happens very commonly these days is either the house stays like a block separated and the landscape is in the front, or sometimes the house comes so much in the front with no space for landscape. Some projection in the house would have made a lot of difference, because they have a lot of space for the landscape, which can become a little more engaging. But still, they have done kind of a decent job.
Moving on to the interiors, Arun, what would you like to say?
They've tried a lot of things in the interiors. They've gone for a lot of fabric, different color fabrics. They've tried colors, but not very loud. They are mostly in the chocolate, the beige, brown and grey kind of category. And they have an interesting layout. They have a small courtyard in the center with skylight above, and when you walk across, you see some stencil works on the walls. That's a Ganapati sketch. Same thing is repeated in the form of another girl sketch in one of the bedrooms. And the dining space is also very neatly done. Beds are again actually interesting. We found an attic climb up in one of the bedrooms. That's not tried these days so much. For the kids' bedroom, that's very interesting. Then even the kitchen is done very neatly. I think the SS handrails, the stainless steel handrails, look a little different, and I think they've done a very decent interior for the whole house. Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Anna?
Definitely a lot of things happening inside the house. You walk into the house, first thing you would see is an aquarium on a cladded wall and a multicolored false ceiling. Now we've talked about these colorful lights, but this is in the foyer, not really in a space where somebody is sitting and using it. So it doesn't cause too much of a disturbance for the eye. It's more of a decorative element. I like the living room, and the set is also good. Wish they had turned the sofa in a direction so that the window is not blocked. TV they've mounted on the wall and forgot all about hiding the wires. Like you might put a wallpaper and everything, and you totally forget about it. You need to work around to how to hide it. Then there is a level difference in the living room. I think it's 2 steps down, and between the living room and the TV area there are some steps. So they've done a lot in terms of interiors. Some have come out right and some not that right.